Welcome to 108 Gate, Cancerians. Hope you are well. We are doing the April reading. So there's an eclipse during this season, and as it's in Aries, with an Aries season, it's quite jam-packed with energies. It's got a Mercury retrograde. We've got the eclipse happening in Aries, whilst we also have Chiron still there, and all of this is happening near North Node, so it's quite a lot of energy going on. The eclipse is on the 8th of April, so you may be feeling the build-up happening. King of Cups. So Cancerians, it feels as though you're I'm going to say you're feeling like you're reminiscing about certain things. You're thinking of some lovely moments from the past. The thing about this is you want more of that now. You want more of that in a different situation because of also remembering this. So you've come from here and you're in this space, and it feels as though there's a certain amount of love, there's a certain amount of compassion, there's a certain amount of communication with particular people, which has brought you into a space of being healed. It's brought you into a space of being understanding of why certain things happened and learning from it. So they do feel, that does feel like there's certain examples of expressions of love, expressions of acceptance of who you are, which have allowed you to have that spending the time to heal, spending the time to acknowledge the greatness of what you are, the greatness of who you are, and not having to dwell in this space. So that in this feel here, this emotion here, this energy here, it feels as though you may have blamed yourself for certain things and told yourself that I was hurt this way, I was taken advantage of this way, I am the victim in this way because of something being wrong with me. But it does feel like you've had some experience with someone, you've had some experience with someone in the past, it may be the recent past, that's allowed you to understand that actually they accepted me, they loved me, they recognise me for who I am and accepted me for who I am. No questions asked, no expectations of me being someone different or changing. And it feels as though this has left you with some kind of inner conflict. This inner conflict now is feeling really aligned with this energy of Aries with Chiron, and having that feeling, having that emotion of something needs to shift and change, something needs to heal. So you're going to have quite a challenge at this time, because not only are you going to be understanding that this has happened, but then you're also going to understand that you've been loved unconditionally. You've been given opportunity to receive love unconditionally, but somewhere along the line you couldn't accept it or receive it at that time. You couldn't fully understand it at that time. You didn't have the capacity to understand that this is what a true expression of love is. So there's going to be an inner conflict here of you trying to reconcile what happened here, what happened in not being completely receptive to receiving the love. And this is your opportunity now to not keep fighting with yourself and not to keep fighting with genuine expression of love, but be more accepting and receiving of it. So if we go over here, in the other energies, we've got, it just feel like we're very here and now. With like the Gemini I've just done is come in the same space too, where we've got like a divide of what's happening. So your energies are here, the external world is here. So the choices are going to start presenting themselves. But the thing is, you've got to be careful at what choices are presenting themselves now. Something's just flown out. 1 second. What choices are presenting themselves to you now and not exactly in your favour. All of them. So you've got to be very, very decisive of how to do this. So there's something that needs to be brought down, there's something that needs to be let go of, there's something that needs to be healed from over here, but you are not ready. Some of you are, to choose the correct choices for you, because you're holding on to some of the fear, you're holding on to some of the wrong interpretation of something. So this tower, although it wants to fall, you're not allowing it to fall at the moment. So it may be in time, it may be once you've had some realizations, some acknowledgements of what's happening. So you're kind of holding onto the tower and still trying to block it from falling. You're trying to block it from completely pulling things apart, because you feels like you're quite emotionally vulnerable at the moment. The thing is, the very thing that you're choosing to not allow the tower to fall is going to block you also from receiving the opportunities that are available to you, that are for your benefit. So you've got to be a bit careful with this, making sure that you're choosing the correct choices for you, allowing that tower to fall. Have that courage, have that strength. I'm going to put it this way: have that courage, have that strength to come in and make those changes. Those moments of realization are going to be so powerful for you. They're going to be really providing you some opportunities to reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your goals, reconnect with your original stance. This is where then you're going to have more clarity of what actually happened, more clarity and insight of these things happen for a reason. There is the feeling of, how can I explain it? It's not even regret, it's like a deep emotional sadness, because you stepped forward in a particular way, in a particular situation, in a particular relationship, and you kind of burnt the bridges with someone or something. Those bridges now cannot be replaced, they can't be returned, they can't be built again. So instead of dwelling on that, which is easy to say, not going to be easy to do necessarily, instead of dwelling on that, it's a matter of now recollecting yourself, reconnecting with yourself, and mark it up to experience, mark it up to, it's something that happened. I don't want that sadness that I'm feeling now to happen again. Need to heal. I need to recognise the mistakes I made, and I need to move forward. You can't go back. You can't recalibrate with that past person who provided you a different kind of source of love that you've experienced from before. You've never quite felt that way. You've never quite understood things in that way before, and you're kind of missing it on another level of emotional connection, on a psychological, on a subconscious connection. You are feeling like you need something else exactly the same as that, but you can't. And this is the whole lesson. I don't usually normally use the word lesson, but this does feel like it's part of your lesson. That when you have something of value in your hand, when you have something that's important to you, making sure that you're able to recognise it, so you don't take it for granted, making sure that you're able to see it is what it is for all that it is, and that it saw you for who you are, it saw you for what you are. So not to take that for granted again, otherwise you're going to come across this again and again. You don't want to be doing that. So this is a great opportunity to break those cycles, break those things that you don't want to be doing. So you've got another 2 coming on the edge. Hangman. Slowly allowing yourself to change your perspective, slowly allowing yourself to change your idea of what the actual conflict was. You may have had one perspective or one perception of a conflict or something that was conflicting within you, but at the same time you're seeing that that conflict wasn't someone else's issue, that conflict wasn't someone else bringing it to you, it was you holding it within yourself, and that's why it came in. That was an opportunity for you to heal, that was an opportunity for you to see things for what they are. Now, the pain from letting it go, the pain from burning those bridges, the pain from saying goodbye to something that you actually did not want to say goodbye to, is going to be where the wound is going to be healable, cleansed, purified and healed. So it's not going to be an easy task, but it can be something where you can unite with yourself. If you just like be thankful for having had that experience, being thankful for having had the awareness of being loved in that way, thankful for having the awareness of somebody just literally seeing you unconditionally and caring for you, loving you, accepting you for who you are, who you were. Find the strength in that, find the beauty in that, and utilize that to heal all the stuff that's here, so that you can now let go of the stuff you don't need anymore. So I hope that was helpful, Cancerians. Do subscribe and hit the button. There's a lot that I want to be doing on the channel. It's all coming. It's just a matter of time. Sometimes we've got less time than we want to do certain things, but either way, doing the April readings, because this power that's available in the Aries season right now, in the Aries space, is really, really significant, and we can all utilize and benefit from. So for now, peace and love.